As we can see in the demonstrated diagram, framework calls application code, whereas code calls a library. Framework enables faster development and deployment. It provides a skeleton for the developers to use, whereas imported libraries can be used to enhance functionality in the existing application. Suppose you drive a car to your workplace. This means you control the car. The IOC principle suggests to invert the control, meaning that instead of driving the car yourself, you hire a cab where another person will drive the car. Thus, this is called inversion of the control from you to the cab driver. You don't have to drive a car yourself and you can let the driver do the driving so that you can focus on your main work. Let's say we have two classes, store and item, and we want to use item inside store. There are two ways of doing this, whether to instantiate item inside store or to accept its instance as a constructor parameter and later assign it to the declared variable as shown. The second approach is known as dependency inversion, and injecting one object into another is done by the assembler. In Spring Framework, application context is used for the same. Framework inverts the control flow, whereas developers can control the flow of their application and call library. As shown in the Angular architecture, developers call framework components within the framework itself, whereas libraries like style components and some Gradle dependencies can be called wherever they fit in the code. Integrating frameworks into existing applications is almost impossible, whereas libraries can be integrated seamlessly. Frameworks are built to be extensible, unlike libraries, and have stated some of their components. Here are some of the pros and cons of framework and library. The objective of a framework is to deliver faster development of an application, but it's difficult to tweak functionalities as compared to library. I specified some usages of framework and library. Developers can control when and where to call a library, unlike framework. React is used far more at Facebook than Angular is at Google. Google AdWords, one of the most important projects at Google, uses Angular. Angular is considered a framework because it offers strong opinions as to how the application should be structured. Developers don't need to decide which routing libraries to use or other such considerations. Developer can just start coding. React, on the other hand, gives you much more freedom. It only provides the view in MVC. We need to solve the M and C on our own. Due to this, we can choose any of the own libraries as they see fit. Next is a React framework that gives developers building blocks to create web applications. By framework, we mean Nest.js handles the tooling and configuration needed for React and provides additional structure, features, and optimizations for the application. Here are some examples of framework and library. Let's create a React project using create React app command, and we can see here React, React DOM, and React scripts libraries are getting installed along with create React app template. The root render component will be present under index.js and app component is imported there, which will be displayed at the UI. And we are linking root component with HTML file present inside public directory using root ID attribute. If we comment div with root ID attribute, screen will be blank and vice versa. We can verify the installed React libraries at package.json. Using Angular CLI, let's create an Angular framework project using ng-new command. I was getting errors during installation. Hence, I replaced few dependencies at package.json using Stack Overflow and did npm install. Using ngserve command, we can start the server and we can see how module, component, CSS, HTML, and environment template files are created for the developers using Angular. Angular has its own dependencies for various functionalities. Since the server is started, we can access the UI at port 4200. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Success is a journey, not a destination. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to follow me on various social media platforms using the links specified in the video description.
Jananam Chaitanya Sabakam Translation. Oh gracious one, you're the sun that dispels the darkness of the unlettered. You're the stream of consciousness for the unthinking fool.